In Tuscaloosa, the celebration lasted long after Oklahoma stunned Alabama. The Sooners stayed on the field, soaking in every moment, taking photos with anyone in crimson and cream, and savoring a victory that shifted the entire postseason picture. When they finally reached the visiting locker room, the real party started. Dixieland Delight poured through the speakers, followed by Sweet Home Alabama, and the Sooners made sure every word echoed through the concrete tunnels. The only thing missing from the scene was the famous chant the league loves to shout at every opportunity. Maybe Oklahoma didn't feel the need. The SEC office down the road was probably doing it for them. Their upset didn't just silence the home crowd, it all but secured the league an avalanche of playoff spots. 5 teams are lining up for bids, with a real possibility of even more depending on how the next couple weeks unfold. For Brent Venables, who entered the season under intense pressure, the win was validation. His team didn't just beat Alabama. They proved they belong among the nation's elite. And with a home playoff game now within reach, the stakes have never been higher. Offensive coordinator Ben Arbuckle summed it up best. If you want to be the best, you have to play the best, and in the SEC, that challenge comes weekly. The game itself had everything. John Lotzeir dragged defenders on his back into the end zone. Isaiah Sategna electrified the stadium with a long punt return. Alabama answered with bruising plays of its own, including Josh Cuevas bulldozing through tackles and Lotzeir extending the Tide's hopes with a clutch reverse late in the fourth quarter. And through it all, the defenses set the tone, crushing the run game and making every yard earned. The defining play came when Eli Bowen jumped a route and sprinted nearly the length of the field for a pick-six. It was the kind of moment Venables always preaches about, turnovers and physicality deciding big games. And this one delivered both. The committee once had Alabama in position for a bye. Now they may have to travel, though their resume remains strong. Oklahoma, meanwhile, picked up its biggest road win in years despite a modest offensive output. Add in a win over Michigan, a close loss to Mississippi, and a narrow defeat with their quarterback fresh off hand surgery, and their path toward a playoff spot is wide open. Lotzeir said it best, survive and advance. In the SEC, that mindset defines every week, and as Selection Sunday approaches, it's becoming clearer than ever just how many teams from this league will be dancing in December.